So I think one of the biggest challenges we've seen in the last couple of years across all the public sector segments is this driving need to modernize aging systems, but at the same time, they're facing the challenge of a shrinking workforce. So we saw that really heavy during COVID, but even in post-COVID times, we're really struggling to recruit and retain those qualified staff members. But at the same time, there's this dramatic push from the public itself driving towards innovation, driving towards modernization, trying to make their public sector or government experience similar to the other things they have, like in retail and banking. And so that's this really strong confluence of events that are putting a lot of pressure on them. So I think the best part about the SAP solution set is that it's all cloud-based, but it's also done in a modular format. So the customers typically in public sector can't do these giant, big, bang implementations where they're trying to do everything at once. They just don't have the capacity, either in resources or in funds, to do it that way anymore. It just doesn't work. So we've got the ability to implement in a modular fashion to pick and choose the solutions that are right for your needs today, but then also prep you to be ready to implement the next tool down the line when you need it in the future. So they can work in tandem, like as a chorus, or they can be individual solution sets. And so that's, I think, what really appeals to the public sector, because they have that ability to segment out and manage their resources more appropriately. And that's where SAP really shines. So I came from government. I spent over 22 years as a public sector CIO before I joined SAP as an industry advisor. So I have a really deep connection to my public sector peers. And I think the biggest differentiator that I've learned actually coming to SAP, where we serve 26 different industries, is that government is unique in that our bottom line is focused on delivering service. How do we deliver better service to our citizens, whether that means more efficient, more cost-effective services, or just better delivery of those capabilities, setting up self-service, things like that. And to me, that's the big differentiator, is that we have to focus on that as we move forward. And the way SAP is really successful in that space is we have a very similar mission statement to those in the public sector. Our mission statement is, we help the world run better and improve people's lives. And if you go and you talk to any government organization, that's basically their same mission statement. Theirs might have a little bit more words to it, but essentially it's about improving the lives of their citizens. And so for us, we really live that connection. We use our technology to help them bridge those gaps, but it's all trying to get to that same outcome of providing better service. So the big buzzword today is AI, right? Everybody's talking about artificial intelligence. You can't pick up a magazine, you can't pick up a newspaper and not see something about AI, the pros and the cons and the potential and the risks and so on. And so I do think that there is a space for AI in government. It has to be used responsibly, of course, and there's a lot of sessions going on at the conference today just about that topic. But AI has the potential to deliver to government specifically because it can help them automate and simplify those really labor-intensive processes, and can help them take advantage of all the data that they collect and all these disparate systems, put it into one place and put it to work so that they can make more data-driven decisions to allocate those really limited resources that they have today. So AI in general, but I think specifically AI can help them automate and simplify and do better in terms of the service delivery by getting rid of some of those routine or mundane processes and allow their limited staff to focus on those really higher level tasks and those critical functions of delivering service. I think the best part about being in government is that you don't really have competitors. So you can talk to your neighbors, you can talk to your neighboring city or county or state or even federal government because they're all focused, again, on delivering that same mission. And so events like this, where you get them together and talking, it spurs ideas, but also when you bring in academia and you bring in us in the private sector, we can tell you what we're seeing from a more global perspective. And again, stimulate those ideas and those conversations. And these hallway conversations that you have, or the things you have, or the conversations with your table mates at lunch, sometimes those lead to the best innovations and best opportunities, even beyond what goes on in the sessions. However, when you have the sessions and the panelists, you also get those ideas and you say, hey, I'm not alone in this challenge I'm having, in this problem that I'm trying to solve. And you meet connections, and it's really just a beautiful thing to get them all together in one place and just to generate that excitement and that activity.